Tony D and Little Jones on the couch, and this is a Screenwriter's Rant on Pitch Perfect, Bumper in Berlin. New TV series coming from Peacock. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 10. Speaking of which, I will be at the Moonlit Market in New Egypt, New Jersey tonight from 5 to 9. Hope to see you there. Now, Adam DeVine is pretty funny. He was in Workaholics. I kind of like him. He was in Pitch Perfect, and he was very memorable because he's very talented and funny and charismatic. He's got a ton of energy to the guy. So they gave him his own series, which I'm not surprised at all. He's like the star. He is like shot out of a cannon. He's willing to do slapsticky stuff. He's very physically inclined in terms of his comedy, and he's doing singing, and he doesn't mind looking like a fool. So he's not constantly obsessed with being cool or whatever, and he's got kind of the everyman look. So that all that works for him. All that works for him. Now that being said, Pitch Perfect is, kind of a chick flick about girls who were singing, and then he was one of the side characters. So can this work? It's all on Adam DeVine, who's very talented. So yeah, I think it could. November 23rd, new series. I mean, I'm just glad he's doing comedy. This is where he belongs. So he's a clown, and he's pretty funny, and he gets with a team of Germans. He's big in Germany, it turns out, and he has to win the song contest or whatever, and here's a I don't know, Oktoberfest or whatever. This is the bad guy in the show, another singer he's trying to outperform, and then this is his crew. The bald girl is like the techie, the short girl is the love interest, the guy on the right is the guy who brought him over. So, it's kind of like got romance, and then it's got a lot of comedy to it. So this is, it could be fun. It could be fun. A lot of it rests on Adam DeVine. Will they give him the comedy he deserves and really do some funny things? I mean, he was also in the, the Mighty Gemstones with Danny McBride. A couple other things. I don't know. It's hard to say these days. There's so few comedy writers. And the Pitch Perfect guys, are they comedy writers? Well, they write, I wouldn't say they're anti-comedy writers. I mean, I guess they're not woke, but they're not like, going for the jugular comedy writers, I would say. So it's going to be an amusing show, I think at least. But it's not going to be like, oh man, you gotta see this show, South Park, comedy version. I mean, it'll be funny. It'll be amusing. I think it'll be well produced. And if you like music, if you like to hear people sing, maybe he'll do some wacky songs, and that'll be funny. But ultimately, the plot will have to end in kind of a semi-serious way, because his character is a singer, and it's about him becoming famous. Like a true comedy movie or true comedy show, like Workaholics is, they're not becoming famous. They might have dreams of that, but that ain't happening in a million years in a show like Workaholics. In a show like this, yeah, he might become famous, because it's not a flat-out comedy show. It is, an extension of Pitch Perfect. It's an amusing series. It'll probably be funnier than Pitch Perfect, since it focuses on Adam DeVine, and he's more of a comedian than, say, even Rebel Wilson in her prime. Rebel Wilson was pretty funny, but she's gotten slowly more serious, and he has too, but not as much, because his comedy was sort of way up here, and hers were kind of like, it's kind of there, but not approaching it. They were both on Workaholics, by the way. I don't know if you remember that episode. Rebel Wilson was actually on the show. I miss Workaholics. I hope they bring back the Workaholics crew and do a movie one day. Be great to see the three guys getting back together. But yeah, would I watch this? Probably not. It's on Peacock. I don't have Peacock, and I'm not buying it just to see this. There are a couple other shows that I kind of want to see on Peacock, but if it was on regular TV, I might dip in to see an episode. Again, when are you going to figure this out, streaming service? When are you going to figure out? Like, you got to lower the bar. You got to make some stuff free. You know, Apple TV at least offered the Peanut special as free. That's a start, but it's not enough. You have to offer it all free and put commercials on it. And then you have premium tiers, right? So if I want this Peacock service with no commercials, I pay the price. And that would be worth it. That's worth it to a lot of people. Ooh, no commercials. But I can't afford that. I can't waste money on watching TV. I barely have time to watch it. You know, a lot of people can, so I guess the price point will stay, but, you know, or back in the day when Netflix was ridiculously low. I think it was $2.99 when it started. It was insane. And that was totally worth it. If you watch one movie, it was worth it. That's the way these streaming services have to be at minimum. $2.99, like $4.99 is perfect. $5 a month. You get all this programming. Maybe you have to watch a commercial or two. They're introducing this tiers now. I think Netflix is going to be a cheaper tier, but there'll be commercials. It's like, no. Free. They're going to be free eventually. I don't know. But, yeah, so it's going to follow his rise as a pop star, which he'll... I mean, in a series, it's kind of hard because they always got to keep some sort of villain in the mix or some sort of rival or whatever. Eventually, you know, they can keep introducing rivals, you know, I guess. And I don't know, keep pushing it, but I don't see this going more than a few seasons. You know, maybe they could certainly bring the Pitch Perfect girls in for guest appearances. It's not like they're that super big, you know. Rebel Wilson isn't too big that she can't make an appearance in this, as well as is it Anna Kendrick? Is that her name? I think that's her name. Anyhow, that's it for me. Tony D and Little Joan barking in the background at something. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. Today, we got a news blast. I'm not doing a Hollywoke hot take today. I am doing my predictions. Check them out for the midterms, and we'll see you in the next one.